What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be talking about how to keep your tortoises hydrated. And it's already almost nighttime. It's around 7 here, so these guys are already going to sleep. Well, some of them. They got a little bit hyper. Oh, that one just fell right there. But they're a little hyper now because I opened up their box and they're getting excited. So yeah, I just like to make videos on different things that people ask me about, just so that when someone else asks me, I don't have to explain the whole thing to them, and I could just send them a link to the video, and the video would explain everything, and then I'll answer some more questions if they have any. So this is the reason that I'm doing this. I just like to, when people buy tortoises from me, or they have a tortoise of their own that they want to ask me about, I could just send them a link. So it's simpler than having to explain it 100 times. So the way that I like to keep these guys hydrated is, you can tell there's no water bowl here. So what I like to do is gonna get one. Well, actually, I'm gonna get this guy that's already awake, and I just like to put him in very little bit of water. It has to be warm water. It can't be too cold. I'd say around 70 to 80 degrees, maybe even higher, like 75 to 85 degrees. And it has to be really shallow. You can see right there, my finger is very low. You don't want the tortoise's chin, the bottom of its mouth, to go under the water so that the tortoise could breathe and move happily. This is a little bit too shallow right now, but you can see he has his head over, and if he wanted to drink water, he could just stick his head there. They already all drank water today, so he's probably not going to drink anymore. And another one flipped over here. Baby sulcatas, or baby tortoises in general, they're very hyper and they like to run around in their enclosure and they flip over a lot. But yeah, instead of having a water bowl, I like to use little tubs. Just put a little bit of water, and the reason I like to do that is because they pee when they drink water and they'll flush out their system. If I were to leave this guy in here for like 10 minutes, you'll see that there'll be poop in the water and pee in the water. And that's the reason why I don't use water bowls, because you can imagine when you have 15 babies in here, they're all going to be peeing and pooping inside the water, and they're going to get sick drinking each other's poop and piss. So you definitely don't want that. No, if you only have one, you could definitely keep a water bowl for them. Just make sure you clean it maybe twice a day, once a day minimum. You just want to always give them clean water so that they don't have to drink their own poop. So the first time that I had these guys, the water that I gave them, actually, now that I gave them their water bowl, after an hour, it would smell like pee. It smelled terrible right after an hour. So that's why I don't use them anymore. Definitely don't want them getting sick. So while I soak them, I also like to mist them down once a day. I bought this thing today. I used to use one of these, and I think this is simpler, and you'll see why. This, in order to spray, you gotta do that a bunch of times, and this, you just pump it. Let me see. All right, so you just pump it a couple of times, and then you just have to hold down the trigger, and you can see it sprays water. So I also like putting a little bit of warm water in there and misting them down, maybe 2 times a day, depending on the species. Obviously, these are sulcatas, and sulcatas come from a drier climate than most species. They're not like redfoots and elongateds. They need less humidity, but they also do need humidity, especially when they're young, because it helps their shell develop. And if they still have the yolk sac, it helps them close it. So you want to make sure you keep a pretty good humidity, not too much either. I'd say around 60 to 80% humidity, so that your tortoise could stay healthy and happy. And you gotta keep them warm too. If it's too humid and cold, the tortoise could get sick off of that. So definitely need to keep an eye on the temperature. Temperature no higher than no lower than 75. Maybe if it's really humid, you want to keep it around 80. But I have them in Florida, so I keep them outside, and it has pretty nice weather here. The humidity's 86% right now, and temperature's probably around the same. Let me check real quick. Also 86, so that's a coincidence. But yeah, so this guy's been in here for a while already. Let me take him out. Obviously, he had drink water already, so I wasn't watching him, paying attention to him drinking water. But that's what you would like to do. Keep him in here for 10-15 minutes and make sure that they drink some water. And the other thing that I like to do is, this is sphagnum moss. You could probably find this in the garden section and hardware stores. They also sell them in like pet shops. but that's probably more expensive than if you find them in a garden section. But your choice. If you're already at the pet store, might as well just get it there. This is the one that I use. This is the brand I use, and this is great not only for their hides and stuff. I also use this for incubation. So whenever the eggs, I keep them in vermiculite, and then I'll switch it to this once they're hatching out, so that the vermiculite doesn't get stuck to them and they don't eat it. And yeah, you usually like to keep this humid, so that this, if you don't have a tortoise house like this, you want a second hide. I like to keep half of this hide moist and then that part drier. And but if you have like a tub like the one I'm about to show you, you just want to keep two instead of the one hide. All right, so this is what I was talking about. You want to keep a drier hide and then a more humid hide. One of them has sphagnum moss and the other one does not. And sometimes the tortoise just likes to sleep outside of their hides like this. These two are sleeping there against the hide, but that's no big deal. But yeah, this is how I like to keep them. I prefer this setup compared to that one. This one is just easier for me to have, easier for me to move around and everything. But this one's nice too. It's not as bad, but it's a lot more expensive. But in the future, I'm definitely going to be using those more often. And the other thing to keep them hydrated is their food. This is probably one of the best things to keep them hydrated. This is romaine lettuce. And you can see I have a big box because I like to feed them romaine lettuce just for hydration. And another good way to keep them hydrated is with this cactus. This is spineless opuntia cactus. And this is filled with water, and it's really a great source of hydration and calcium. This is a very good food to give them. And I like to feed them this probably once, twice a week. And the romaine lettuce, I didn't mention it earlier because of the fridge, it was too loud. But that doesn't have that much nutritional value, so that's definitely not a staple that you could give them every day. You could give them to them every day, but it's not gonna be beneficial to them, is what I mean. Other than hydration, it's just gonna fill them up and hydrate them. It's not gonna really give them any vitamins or benefits that they need. And this is the third option to hydrate them. I already fed them today, so I'm not gonna give it to them, but you just get a bunch of these, and they sell smaller packs. So if you have a baby, you could just get one of the smaller ones, and you get some of these balls, and then you just wet it and give it to them like that. That way they could drink water and eat at the same time. Alright, so that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to check out some of my other videos. I'm going to add this video to a playlist that I have for sulcata tortoises. It's basically like a care playlist, and it'll have everything from how to sex them, how to care for them, what to feed them, how to set up their enclosures. Now it's going to have the humidity one that I just had, and just a bunch of videos that I've made to help people out and for them, so that I could just send them the playlist whenever they need questions answered, and I don't have to answer every single question by myself. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, leave any comments if you have any questions, and make sure to turn on the post notifications so you guys can get notified. Have a great day.